Namaste, viewers. Welcome to Gnana Degula channel. The series of knowing the characters of Ramayana. This is a series. This is the seventh series in the uh, on Ramayana, trying to know the characters of the characters that have played vital roles, and then the events that have taken place in the Ramayana uh, uh, story. We will continue with this in this episode. The Ramayana is the entire history and story is story in story like this. The characters, curses, and confrontations. There are a lot of so many things there in that. It's a tapestry of intricate relationships, curses, confrontations that unfold in the vast canvas of Hindu history and then Hindu epic. Let us go and then try to find out some key events and then characters, unraveling the tales that have captivated through generations to generations. Now we will go through a little about Ravana's love and then his curses. What are the curses? What are things that developed? Here, Vedavati's unrequited love. The demon king Ravana falls in love with Vedavati. Vedavati is the previous birth of Sita, who had dedicated to a life of penance. Vedavati was a character of the previous birth of Sita Mata, and then she had dedicated herself to the life of penance, and she chose to marry none other than Lord Vishnu. But due to certain reasons, Vedavati could not marry Vishnu, and then Vishnu promised her that he would marry in the next birth, in her next birth, in the Vedavati's next birth. So she was very much dedicated to Lord Vishnu and then doing lot of penance. Now Ravana, having seen her, he falls in love with her and then he tries to immolate her, tries to woo her. However, she chooses to escape his advances, and by self-immolating herself, she curses Ravana, leaving behind a powerful curse to Ravana. Powerful curse, she curses him. Vedavati's curse is that it is like foretelling his demise at the hands of a man, like this. It is the prophecy would come true during Ravana's clash with Lord Rama. That is how she curses him, that whenever when you just try to woo another lady, that is the end of your life. This is the curse he gives on him. Now the next characters, that small thing happens is Shurpanakha and Khara Dushana clan. Shurpanakha was Ravana's sister, had demonic, all these characters, they have been characterized as demons. Demons means who have got tamasa pravritti and then sattva rajas tamoguna, more of tamoguna. They may appear to be as humans, they may appear to be as normal persons, but their attitudes are rakshasi pravritti, we may call it as. So here Shurpanakha was also had a lot of like Rakshasi Pravritti. She was Ravana's sister, and she had demonic grandchildren known as Khara and Dushana. Khara Dushana. These formidable demons posed threat to the protagonists in the Ramayana. They were Khara Dushana were very, like they were very strong, and then they posed a lot of danger to the Sattvic people, the Sattva Guna people. Now, Kharadushana's fate, Sri Rama, along with his loyal brother Lakshmana, he fights with Kharadushana, and then he vanquished Kharadushana in a very fierce battle. They both were killed. Now, offspring of Kharadushana, there is a story that in a tumultuous war, 14,000 demons born to Kharadushana faced the might of Sri Rama alone. So there were about 14,000 demons, 14,000 born to Khara and Dushana. They faced Sri Rama, and then they all were killed. Sri Rama emerged victorious, eliminating all 14,000 demons. Is a testament to his unparalleled prowess, we can call it. He had a very great, strong power. Now, Sita Mata's transformative journey from one life to the another life, the story goes like this. Vedavati was reborn after a tragic end. She self-immolates her. After a tragic end, she was reborn as Sita. She was destined to play a very pivotal role in the events that unfolded in the Ramayana. Shurpanakha's husband, Shurpanakha was the sister of Ravana, was married to a demon named Kalakeya. Unfortunately, Kalakeya was killed by Ravana himself. Ravana, it was a tragic mistake. Inadvertently, he just aimed at him, and then Kalakeya during the war, a consequence of misusing a weapon in the heat of the battle. This was the consequence of misusing a weapon in the battle. Now the next stage is Maricha. Next character is Maricha, that is Ravana's brother-in-law. Maricha's brother-in-law played a crucial part in the abduction of Sita. Sita was abducted from the forest, and Maricha was the person who abducted her. So Ravana tells him to assume and disguise in the form of magical deer. Those days, these Rakshasas had the ability to take on the shape of anything and anywhere from anything to anything. So this is a Mayamriga. Maya means like a magical. Mriga means animal. Ravana tells Maricha to assume and being the disguise magical deer, the Mayamriga, to captivate, to attract Sita and lure Rama and Lakshmana away from her side. So his plan was to abduct Sita. When Rama and Lakshmana were there, it was very difficult for him to go there because they were very mighty and then very powerful. So he makes a plan. He sets a plan that if both Rama and then Lakshmana are away, then it is easy for him to abduct Sita. So he tells Maricha to assume a form of disguise, be in the disguise of a form of a very attractive deer, and then run before and then keep moving before Sita, and then evade Rama or Lakshmana's catching that Maricha. So he moves away, and at a distance, when this Mayamriga is not able to, Rama is unable to capture it, he kills it. At that moment, Maricha shouts loudly, oh Lakshmana, I am in danger," something like that, and then he dies. This is the episode which happens with Ravan with Mayamriga, that is Maricha, and then like this. Sita's response, when Sita saw that Mayamriga, she expressed her desire for that magical beast. It was so attractive, Mayamriga. As it is, the deers are very attractive, but this particular deer, this Maricha, who just uh, transformed into this deer, was very attractive, and then naturally Sita was attracted to her, and then she wanted this to be uh, captured. The Maricha, his last words in his final moments, Maricha exclaimed, "Hi Lakshmana, ha Sita." Like, very, he cries very loud with despair, that as though he is in great tragedy, some tragedy has struck him, Like that, he shouts. And then Lakshmana here, he is made to go in search of Rama. Sita, tells Lakshmana to go and then search for him, and then he, despite Lakshmana's advice that nothing would have happened to Rama, Sita wouldn't listen to him, and then she drives him away. Later, Ravana, he abducts her. Abducts her, and then in the absence of Lakshmana and Rama, there is a Lakshmana Rekha. Lakshmana draws a line not to cross, and asks Sita not to cross that line. And Ravana comes, and then he, in the form of asking for some, begging for alms, like a Rishimuni, he comes and there, and then he asks for Sita to give something. And Sita comes and then tries to give him, but she doesn't cross that line. However, Ravana says, "You come out and then give me. You are just giving. You are just insulting me by standing on the other side of the line." So once she crosses the power of that line, she is lost away from that. And it is very easy for Ravana to abduct and then take away her. This is the story goes like this. Now, Mount Rishyamuka and Ravana's encounter. This is another incident which follows after the abduction of Sita. On Mount Rishyamuka, on the mountain, a very, very large mountain, Ravana encountered an army of monkeys, a foreshadowing of the challenges that lay ahead. While going, Rishyamuka Parvata, monkeys army, it is like, they all challenge him. So this is another incident that takes place. This encounter, Sita's abduction, carrying away Sita in his chariot, and in the disguised form as a rishi, disguised form of a sage, it sets the stage for the subsequent abduction of Sita, and it's a pivotal event that propelled, that starts, that sets the narration and sets this thing for this history, the epic towards its climax. This is how it goes on. So, in the vast tapestry of Ramayana, these threads of love, curses, familial ties, and confrontations weave a narrative that continues to resonate across cultures and generations. The characters, actions, and their consequences underscore timeless themes of virtue, duty, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. Viewers, with this like explanation, we will conclude this episode, the seventh episode on this Ramayana. We may call it, it's not a complete story, but it's some tidbits. Ramayana in the form of tits and bits, bits we have been making it. I hope these videos will be very enchanting to you, and then you will all love to listen to these stories. So we request you to please like, share, and then subscribe to our channel, and then share these videos with your friends and relatives. Thank you once again.